Alrighty then. Finish eating later. um, for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Andrew. Some of you may have met me before here on Zillow. Try to jump in here at least once a week for this, of course, but try to get in whenever I can, whenever I think about it, and need some stuff, something to do, and check in with my family over here. I'll get on, but at least I'm here for this program, which I am religiously, and that's a pretty heavy word for me because I don't usually use it, but pretty much religiously in on this program, Our Healing Choices. We're at week 111. For those of you guys who don't know, this works kind of like this. We have a different topic each week. It's Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. We have a different wellness topic each week, and we basically just share what we know about the topic, and or we kick back and listen in and hopefully glean something from the conversation that we didn't know before. So I always suggest, not always, but like to suggest to break out some paper and pen and be ready to take some notes, because you will learn stuff here from some amazing people that jump in here each week, different people each week, and everybody is equally awesome. So yeah, looking forward to hearing your contributions. Without further ado, it's habits and routines is the topic. Are our habits and daily routines empowering us to be, do, have, and experience more? Or are they hindering our growth and keeping us stuck in a negative loop of sameness? Potential talking points for tonight. What is the difference between a habit and a routine? What are our bad habits and routines that we'd like to change? What are our good, healthy habits and routines? How to break old habits and learn new ones. Implications of a negative daily routine. Implications of a positive daily routine. And here's just something I wrote about this. Really looking forward to this topic, as it is the foundation of why our healing choices came to be. It was created from the idea of making conscious, informed choices to take different healing paths in life, forming habits and routines from the seeds of those choices to keep us heading steadfast down those new paths, hopefully allowing ourselves to trust and enjoy the journey itself in all its beautiful, magical imperfection along the way, not just the destination or point of arrival. So the floor is yours. When you have any thoughts on this, maybe you have some thoughts about some of those questions. Yeah, looking forward to tonight. I have a few things to share, and I hope you guys do too.
Well, hello, Andrew. Hello, Roman, the faker, the second. Roman the second. There we go. You're not a faker. How you guys doing? Yeah, it's a habit of mine to come in about once a month. I'd say it's a bad habit. I should be here more often.
Yeah, right. Once a month or at the end of the program. Hey, guys. Oh, no, that's somebody else. No, that's Marcus. Marcus will like sleep through it and be like, hey, you guys still doing this? Anyway, good to have you on board, brother. Thanks.
Man, dude, you already know I'm the first Roman. I'm always up in here. You're here once a month. Shoot, I'm the first.
Wait a minute. You guys are both number one, so I don't know what you're talking about. Stop that.
Yeah. I miss you, Roman. I miss you, bro. He left. So sad, guys.
All right, maybe we should just start with what is the difference between a habit and a routine? Honestly, I'm not totally clear on this. Kind of, but not exactly. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
A routine is something that you basically do every day, and I'm trying to figure out the other one.
Yeah, habits.
I have a habit of researching all day, going to work, then going to sleep.
For all interested users that like to be trusted in before this program starts, please click on the left-hand corner and read the rules, and one of the moderators will trust you in. Thank you.
And a habit is just something that you just want to do. A routine is something that you must get done, and you have to get it done. While as a routine, as a habit, you just do it just to do it. It could be like to kill time, or something that you want to do. As far as a routine, it's something that you have to get done. You have to get it done, because if you don't get it done, like for work, for an example, I go to work every day, and the stuff that I do at work is a routine. If I don't get it done, my boss says that. As far as a habit, my habits at work is walking around the hospital when I'm not supposed to.
Okay, what do you guys think about this? My thought about a habit is it's one thing that you do, negative or positive, not necessarily every day, but it's like a habit of yours. And then a routine would be more so like a bunch of habits that you do, but it's a daily thing. It's like a string of habits, be it good or bad. Hopefully it's a string of good habits, and that's your routine. You do that every day, you know? So I don't know, that's kind of like where I see it. For a second there, I thought it was the same, but I feel like it's different. I could still be wrong, and they may be the same thing, but what do you guys think? All right, anyone open to share a bad habit or a bad routine that they're in, that they do every day? I'm sure we all have something we can share. Let me think about it.
My new bad habit is vaping. I used to smoke, now I vape.
I like how you say that, the new bad habit. Some might say it's still a bad habit, but hey, it's a step in the right direction, I guess.
Aloha!
My bad habit lately has been I always gravitate towards sugar and sweets, and I know I don't need to, and I know the general implications of a lot of sugar and sweets, and I still do it. So I suppose I gotta love myself a little bit more to look at the sweets and be like, nah, what else do I have around that might be better than that? You know, and then just treat myself once in a while, once a week or so, to something really awesome, you know. Anyone else have a bad habit they'd like to share? It's all relative, I guess. But anyone want to share something? Suppose we could learn something from this. Just know that we're going to talk about some healthy habits soon here. I'm sure we all have something that's working out for us. So by all means, jump into that. Something healthy if you're not feeling the bad habits. I don't know. I'm just generally kind of going down the talking points here. But hey, you guys, if you have any other thoughts on this, like by all means, jump in, like enlighten us. You know, Tell us something you've heard or whatever about habits or routines.
I used to have a bad habit of when I was younger. Me and my sister, we would play this game. It was called Scream Your Name. And so my sister and I, we were driving down. This was back when I used to live in the city of Chicago, and I would scream her name out. And so there was these two hot girls, and I screamed out my sister's name. I said, "Hey, yo, nah, nah," and I regret it because 2 seconds after that, my sister lowered down my window. She told me to apologize to those girls, and my face got so red. So when my sister stopped, I looked at the two girls. I said, "What's up? Hey, yo, nah, nah." To this day, I still have that habit, but it's so freaking hilarious.
I have a good bad habit. It grows on a tree. Actually, it's not a tree, it's more like a plant. But anyway, I also look kind of like an alien if you listen to some of these haters in the other channels. So, yeah, cool. Alien and herbal bad habit.
Is that what they are? Herbals? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Yeah. Bad habits. Come on, I'm sure it doesn't stop there. Who else has got an interesting bad habit? Um, Maybe not something serious, maybe something a little bit more mild. It doesn't matter. We're sharing right now.
That stuff leads to heroin use.
That's not true. I've done that stuff for over 10 years and never touched anything worse. By the way, I'm a Martian. Take me to your leader.
LOL.
Laughing out loud on the floor.
Hello. Hey, hey. Oh, what's up? Well, there's your answer, David, who had the door.
Scientists studied it, and the government says it leads to heroin abuse.
LOLOTF. Laughing out loud on the floor. Of course. It's not as easy as LMAO or LMFAO. It's a little bit harder. LOLOTF. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can make this change. I'm sorry.
Just want to say hello, everybody. Hi, Andrew, waving a hand at you. I'm on the back door.
Thank you, David and Cheryl. Welcome. Hi, guys. Hope your day is going well. If it is, by all means, share something. Share your excitement. Anybody.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Pacific. Yeah, I see really specific things. Pacifically, when I go to the library, and yeah, it's supposed to be that way. Yeah, you ever been to the library?
Wait, what? That's awesome. Where did that come from? I haven't been to the library in my life. What is it?
Well, it's like when you go to the hospital when you have a broken toe and all they give you is spaghetti.
Or when you talk to the ossifer?
Yeah, yeah, because there's a crime. So the officer comes to the hospital and asks you about the broken toe that happened at the library on your way home from school. Yeah, and you know the vicinity that you had. They specifically ask you, you know, were you going straight home?
Did you run into some aliens or something today? What's gotten into you?
No, that's what they're supposed to do.
I remember the library. I remember it really well.
Wow, that guy, he sounds like he's speaking English or something. Wait, what? Hey, you can't do that here. Stop it.
No bueno, no bueno, no bueno.
Sorry, confused. I was just talking to David, and it was like this person who tried to pretend that her account was hacked, and then put something on her account that she got hacked, but the person who was writing on her account had the exact same poor writing style, exactly the same. And so I was reflecting on somebody else that did that pretended to be me, but she had the same writing style on her Facebook page. And I was trying to figure out what this one word was that she used that wasn't a real word. Like she added two letters to it, or took two letters off. And so I started mentioning like words that kids come up with that they screw up, like biscotti and library.
I ate a library one time. It tasted like chicken. By the way, off topic, is there a reason that most of the people on this app suck and just hate on other people for no reason at all?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this person was hating on me, and she wrote this letter that was supposed to be allegedly written by me. And it's like, see, like, and until David was saying, like, you have to be at least as smart as the other person. Otherwise, you can't pull it off. Like, I could dumb it down and write like a 5th grade dropout, but she couldn't smart it up and write like a professional writer. It was like obvious I didn't write it. Had her signature all over it.
Oh, I was hoping you could say that she couldn't smart up and write like a 5th grade dropout. But, you know, yeah, some people, they just generally suck. Yeah. Can't spell, can't read. They'd forget their own name if it wasn't tattooed on the inside of their face.
Well, yeah, if you were to say that, that would be to say that I was a 5th grade dropout. No, I've been confused as an English major, English teacher. Yeah, I write professionally, so she couldn't smart it up to my level. Not even a 12th grade level.
Ah, I see. So are you an English teacher or English major or just a really good writer?
Oops. They couldn't cut it. They just couldn't get there. I get that. And a lot of people suck just because they don't love themselves, man. It has nothing to do with us. It's just they just don't have any love for themselves, so they just kind of throwing around the muck till they figure out that, you know, that's important or something. I don't know. That's my explanation.
Yeah, no, she couldn't fake it. And I already said that I write for a living. One of the things I do. I think I said it twice. So, no. And I said I was mistaken. I've been mistaken as an English teacher. Or never mind, that went right over your head. No, it went in one ear, out the other. That's it.
Oh yeah, plenty of things do that. Remember, English is not my first language. I apparently am a Martian. One day I'm going to fix those pictures where my fake eyes don't look that weird, but you know, fake eyes. I like to get on those hating channels and be like, hey, look at my eyes.
Anyway, Andrew, sorry to disrupt your program with silliness. It's fun though, what the hey, right? So when you're talking about habit, sorry, let's get back on topic here. The first thing that people started talking about was drug addiction.
Really, Carl?
I'm sorry. I'm in a good mood tonight. Just got home. I was going to turn y'all on, but damn deer were terrible tonight, so I had to have all concentration on the road. But I'm here. A little late, but I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, Carl. I thought you were in the wrong channel.
So does anybody here hunt like deer and stuff?
Probably not, but I could be totally wrong. I'm more than likely wrong, actually. This group could definitely be deer hunters. But getting back to the topic, thanks, Cheryl. Carl, you made my day. You need to have at least some laughter every day. And if you don't, get it. Or get it from Carl or Cheryl, or if you don't have somebody.
If you ever want to laugh, go into a very public place, like an elevator in a huge office building, and wait till it fills up. And then at the top of your voice, just scream something really, really random, like cheese, and see what happens. People will flip.
Sounds fun. I might try that sometime.
I think it's going to be an interesting night, Andrew. Anyway, yeah, glad I could oblige. Oh, man. If you'd just known the conversation I had with David before I came in here.
Another good one, walk up to somebody that doesn't know you. This only works if you're blind, by the way. They'll walk up to them while I have my cane, and I ask them, I say, do you mind if I borrow your car? And, yeah, the reactions are kind of interesting sometimes.
That would be ultimate right there. I'm going to fake it someday. I'm still going to fake that and get someone to video record it or something. Like, oh, that's good. Yeah. So, let's see. Where were we at? Anyone else willing to share their bad habits? I know we all have them. Come on, guys, don't hide. We have some bad habits we could share, I'm sure.
Mine would not be appropriate for the channel. Sorry.
I smoke. Yep. I know you're all very shocked. I smoke cigarettes. I do. And it's a bad habit. It's my worst habit. My other habits are all rather mild, coffee. Yay. I'm so bad. I can't think of any others. I would drink it every day.
I already knew that first one that you said there and all that mess.
I think the best time to smoke a cigarette
frozen yogurt. Yeah, frozen yogurt like every week. There's my habit. I have an opiate habit, but it's a dependency, not an addiction. And I know some people don't know the difference. You're still addicted if you have dependency or if you're an addict. But addicts do it for the high. Dependents do it for pain relief. So I wouldn't really, not so sure it's really a habit. Just I need to manage my days.
I can refer to the ice cream habit. Is if you believe it's a bad habit, then that's probably not going to serve you as well as if you believe it's a good habit. Just saying, the whole placebo effect might work in your favor if you gonna do it anyway and you just Assume it's a good habit.
It's frozen yogurt. It's not even ice cream.
I do have to say, I will, since it's my ice cream though, I will eat out of the container in the middle of the night. All of a sudden get a craving. Tonight's Tuesday. Sunday night, I was standing in front of the refrigerator with a spoon, eating and talking to y'all at the same time.
One time, I smoked so much of this funny looking green plant that I was really hungry, and so I went to my refrigerator, but then I forgot what I was doing, and so I ended up standing in front of the refrigerator for like 30 minutes. Is that bad?
Yeah. Now, the bad thing about eating foods right out of the container is you don't portion it, so you can just eat and eat and not really gauge it. Especially like these people who are playing video games and take out a bag of chips or something. Like, who actually ever doles out a portion onto a plate or a dish when it comes to chips? I don't think anybody does, but yeah, I mean, you can eat like a half a box of crackers or have a bag of chips. Ice cream, however, you can definitely portion it out, and it should always be eaten that way. Otherwise, before you know it, you've eaten a half a carton of ice cream. Not good. If I did that, I'd get a sugar tummy.
Then also, I have the habits of, for bad habit wise, when I'm driving, it's a bad habit. I don't use my blinkers too often. I do, but I'm already in the other lane whenever I turn it on. It's a bad habit, but it's a forcible habit from driving trucks. Because if you turn on your blinker to get over the car behind you, he's going to jump out, shoot around you, and hang out on your side so you can't get over. So I wait until I get about halfway over into the other lane before turning the blinker on.
I don't know if it's a habit, but it's definitely obsession. I don't like nuts and seeds that are already shelled. I like shelling my own. So I have this obsession with, if I can't get pumpkin seeds, then I want sunflower seeds. If I can't get sunflower seeds, then I want peanuts with shells on them. And I fidget with those things. But I don't think it's a habit. I think it's more of an obsession.
How about pine nuts? It would take you a long time to get full if you had to shell pine nuts. They're better to eat by the handful shelled. Trust me.
I think nuts are evil. Like, they're one of the things that were put on this earth to slow people down from.
Can you prove my picture, please?
Okay. Nuts are great. How about the nut of the shea tree? Shea butter is like the best thing in the world for your skin, hair, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. No, nuts are good. I'm a little nut.
Is that your obsession, Lincoln? Potato chips?
Probably. He posted a picture. He's probably what he's eating right now. Oh God! And look, it's portioned. It's on a plate. We were just talking about that. Wow! I'm very impressed. You might be the only one on the planet that portioned his chips. Too funny. I have a habit of staying up too late. Yeah, staying up until.
Oh, I thought you were done. Yeah, I don't think, like, at first I thought he was showing his habit, but I think his point was that he portioned it. Do you portion your chips and crackers, Adam?
Oh, my name's Lincoln, but yes, I always have a portion stuff right here. I had it right here the whole time.
Yeah, not. You really expect us to believe that? Sorry. I'm sure everyone else believes you. I just.
Oh, I believe you, Lincoln. I'm sorry. I don't know how you just sound like this guy Adam. I'm sorry. No, if somebody was talking about like shock value, to shock people. You know what I like to do is this is really fun. You guys should try this. You know, you got a bunch of food and the cashier's ringing them through, and you're buying toilet paper too. I put the toilet paper at the end, and when they get to the toilet paper, I ask them, "Do you think that's the right amount of toilet paper to go with that amount of food I'm getting?"
Oh, wow. I wonder, do you ever get funny looks when you do that?
Maybe just a few.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, the looks. And it's not just one or two looks. You watch their face morph repeatedly into all these different expressions.
That one would. I wouldn't have no looks. I just have laughter out the ass. Something terrible. I would be on the ground with something like that.
Oh, by the way, speaking of portioning potato chips, I also portion my potato chips. I take the whole bag and I pour it on a plate because I don't like reaching into the bag. But I think that's still portioning, right?
Right. Yeah, so you see their face go through this whole myriad of expressions while they're trying to process it. That's the beauty of it. They don't know how to process it. Just when they think they've got it processed, they move on to another thought and they continue to process it. And finally, by the time it really strikes them and they've totally processed it, then you see the final expression, and it's just there's no words to describe it.
No, the weird thing is that I had just gotten back from the kitchen putting chips on a plate and brought it into my room. And as soon as I sat down, you said, "Who puts chips and portions on a plate?" I'm like, I'm looking at my plate and I'm going, holy crap, I'm that guy. So I had to take a.
Oh, Cheryl, I'm definitely stealing that one. I didn't steal your mic there. That got away from you. But anyway, I'm definitely stealing that idea for sure.
Tell me how it goes. I would so love for you to do that, for anybody to take that idea. Yeah, Adam, I'm watching you. That's great.
I have this habit where I'll go into like a place of business with headphones in, but I won't have them connected to anything, and I'll make sure that people can see that they're not connected to anything, and I'll just stand there like in an elevator and I'll dance, and people just look at you really weird because they're like, what's he listening to?
You should make a list, man. You should sell it. List all the pranks like that and just sell it. Because, like, I mean, you can't laugh at yourself and prank people and make people laugh. Then, like, come on, right?
Somebody teach me how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Andrew, can you teach me how to make people laugh?
Man, the best way to make people laugh is to just do the completely opposite of what anybody ever expected you to do. So if they expect you to do one thing, do the complete opposite. And don't tell them that you're going to do the complete opposite, because then it ruins everything.
My name is not Adam. My name is Tom. For God's sake.
Yeah, like put your shopping cart on the conveyor belt.
Yeah, true that, right? Oh, let's see. Any other bad habits before we move on?
Yeah, by the way, Carl, classes start Friday night. How to Make People Laugh 101. It'll be hosted in Ring of Fire Laugh. 1 hour starts at 7 Pacific time.
Wait, you're kidding me, right? Because that'd be cool.
Oh, you want an invite channel? You should show up. I can teach you lots of things.
Hello. I think we all could use a little bit more insight on how to make people laugh, especially ourselves. We need to laugh at ourselves first, right?
Is that the official name for the B-Files?
Yeah. Get it done, files.
Now, Andrew, did you just do a real bad habit over there yourself? Did you answer your other phone and key up on Zello at the same time?
Not exactly. The other phone was ringing while I was keyed up, and I just muted it. It's not really, I just pass on that and call people back later, like, whatever, if I need to.
All right, I have some habits for you. 7 habits for highly effective simplicity. Habit 1, begin with the end in mind. Habit 2, strive to simplify versus organize. Habit 3, embrace the idea of less is more. Habit 4, learn to value the margin in your life. Yes, I said margin, not margarine. Habit 5, start to value experiences over things. Habit 6, establish some habits, routines, and rituals. Habit 7, understand that you are different, and that's okay, even if you don't make people laugh.
Your phone just got turbocharged or something. I swear, what it sounded like anyways. But, yeah, them are decent. What about these people? I was talking to one person on here. Even though they don't need it and all, but they still buy it. Them type of people with that habit. Even though they don't need it and they ain't got the money for it, that they could save that money and put towards something else. They rather spend the money on something they really don't need.
Yeah. So it's acceptable to be different. That's cool. You just made my day. Now I don't feel so different. Now I just feel the same because I'm different. And if that makes any sense, then cool, because you're different, which makes you the same because you're different.
Yes, understand that you're different. First you must understand it, and then understand it's okay. Yeah, and Carl, I think I know what you're talking about. I placed my tablet way too close to my laptop, so it probably sounded weird. All right, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Yes, these are quotes that I put on the Facebook page tonight in regards to our topic for tonight. Yeah. Here's another one. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. Where is it? Where? Oh, that one's funny. Oh, I got the weird pictures in here.
Oh, commenting on other stuff while she's looking for it. It's funny.
Oh, I agree with you. That's a lot of people's habit is, they can't hang on to money. They have a habit of shopping. That's a big habit.
I don't know. That sounded to me like keeping up with the Joneses is like the habit of keeping up with the Joneses. Like as if you didn't have the best technology in your hand, you would be less of a person. That's totally effed up. Totally effed up. Yeah. Sad too.
Yeah, totally. God. I was reading this and I looked over at my tablet and realized my button wasn't red. Yes. All right. But this was red because I read it, but I wasn't keyed up, so nobody heard it. Successful people are simply those with successful habits.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yep. I would say not just successful habits, but successful routines as well.
What defines somebody as successful? Because to me, most successful people these days, they drive around in cars and they just don't accept any other people being different from the way they are because they think that they're better because they're quote unquote successful. See, I'm successful because I don't do anything but work, come home, smoke weed, drink a little bit, and be happy and weird. By the way, I'm still from Mars. Take me to your leader. Resistance is futile.
Yeah, that's financially successful you're talking about. But there's all kinds of different ways of being successful. She's talking about being successful in the particular area that you're thinking about or trying to apply yourself. That's all.
How about other things that bad habits like I see so many people, and I am one of them, that as soon as you have a chance, you're pulling out your cell phone for whatever it might be. You know, like the cell phone is always better than talking to the person next to you. Like that's a habit I think our culture has like somehow adopted. It's like, wait, what? You know? Anyone want to elaborate on that?
I got a ring of fire habit.
My favorite quote is coming up. All right, so let's find it in history. There it is. That's the one where you fill in the blank. It could be anything. You want to put something positive there? You want to put something humorous there? You want to put something negative there? Something inspirational, something uplifting, something bad? What do you want to put there? Could be anything. See, the possibilities are limitless. Isn't that great? Could be anything. It's up to you.
Like the image where like this is the key to breaking bad habits. It's like all in your head. You have the control. You are the captain. Aye aye. You know me, I'm always gonna fall back to motivation. You know, no matter what, I don't care what anybody says here. What I have some tools to give you guys to share, but in the end, I'm always gonna bring up the fact that you need to have motivation. If you don't have motivation, all the answers on the table right in front of you, you won't pull the trigger. You won't do any of it. So I bring it up once in a while because I'm waiting to be enlightened. Like, where does the motivation come from for people? And is there a place where anyone can go for motivation? And I haven't quite gotten a perfect answer, so I always ask.
I know. You can come to Ring of Fire. Yeah, there's always lots of support in here. Yep. Just travel aboard the Starship Ring of Fire, the final frontier of the Zolonian galaxy and sanctuary from crappy channels. This is your captain speaking, Serenity. Thank you for listening and traveling aboard the Starship Ring of Fire, Zolonians.
If you ever want to be motivated, there's a TV show called My 600 Pound Life. And if you watch this TV show and you're not 600 pounds, you will become the absolute most motivated human being in the entire world.
or are those rats or mice smoking and drinking and dancing? Oh God, Carl, are you eating out of the ice cream bucket?
Carl definitely has a habit.
I just have to say that every single one of you are amazing, because I've been on this channel for a lot longer and not a single person has said, dude, your eyes look really jacked up. You should fix those.
Well, that's because none of us are perfect. Yeah, we get it.
This one, it says how to break bad habits. Number one, bad habits cannot be eliminated. They can only be replaced. I have something like this that I found, but I like this one too. It says, find the habit trigger, the thing that triggers the habit, eliminate the trigger, which I don't know exactly what that's about, but find the habit trigger, eliminate the trigger, choose a habit, substitute, in other words, replace the bad habit with something better, and then plan for failure. Maybe I didn't read the whole thing. In other words, expect that it's not going to go as well as you planned. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Hi, Ring of Fire family. Nightblade in the house. I haven't been in for a couple of days because I just had a lot of stuff going on, but I'm back and it's good to see you all.
Hey, Nightblade, welcome back.
Hi, Marissa. We're being serious in here.
Ooh, okay, I got to listen to this. Yeah, I got buzzed and told to get my ass into this room, so here I am. I can't stay away from my family too long. I love you people too much. And by the way, David, I missed you. What have you been up to?
Just talking about our bad habits here. What habits do you have, Marissa?
You know, I've got some more. I burp, I fart, I scratch my butt, I bite my nails, pick my nose. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I have a nervous disorder where I bite my nails when I'm nervous or I'm worried about something. Yeah, that's, I think, my only nervous.
I didn't know that picking your nose was a bad habit. Oh my God, does that mean I should stop?
Only at red lights.
That last one that I shared there, that's for Cheryl and people like Nightblade over there. You know, they're a good girl, but they got bad habits.
You know, they say bad habits is not a bad habit. It's a curse of the soul. So I have curses of aplenty. Anyone want to share with me?
I like this one. It says, bad habits are our enemies because they hinder us from being the person we want to be. Awesome. How are you guys sharing so easily from your phone? I love it. Like, I can't even share that easily from my computer. That sucks. I feel like I need to convert to like a tablet or something.
Yeah, I was able to share pictures on the PC version before, but I can't do it anymore. I don't know if it's the update that doesn't do that or if I just totally lost the sight of how to do it, because you can do it really fast on the PC. And I have more pictures on my PC. You want to share with that how you do it, Andrew? I know me asking for app support, like that's ever happened before in the history of Zello. But yeah, it's probably that I can't do it. But there's really not a way. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing it. But yeah, a little help just in case I got it wrong.
You want to know how to share pictures on the PC app? I haven't done it yet. I don't believe I have, other than maybe profile picture. Is that what you meant?
No, I meant picture sharing. Yeah, I've done it before, but I don't see it now. And it might be because I have a newer version that doesn't allow it anymore.
I believe you have to, I haven't done it in a while, but I believe you have to back out to the channel, the area where you see the channel, like you're going to pick Ring of Fire, and then you right click on it, and I think it says share image there.
Yeah, I've tried that. It's gone, I think. Thanks anyway.
The cat with the water pistol to put out the cat's cigarette, of course. Stop that. It's bad for your health. My neighbor's dog is barking at us talking. Oh, that's too funny. There are voices coming from that there house over there. What? They got a bark. Well, no, I hear it. And it's pissing me off. How you can break any bad habit, even if your willpower is weaker than water. Of course, that makes total sense. Anyone?
Oh my, look at that cat. Sorry.
Oh my God, Carl. Some of these are like, it's like, what's the point? Like, what's this one with, what's her name? Joyce Meyer. It's like, I don't get it. Where's the quote or lesson in it? It's like an advertisement. Like, what?
He's like sharing everything he sees on a Google search or something. Oh, it's too funny. Just so we have the experience, like we just did the search and we saw everything, you know, even the bad advertisements.
Right? It's all just random.
You know how you break a bad habit? You do what Mel Gibson did in Lethal Weapon 3. You break it by taking another bad habit on. At first, he started chewing on dog biscuits, which was breaking his smoking habit. And then he went from dog biscuits to raw onions. I wouldn't suggest the onions. I wouldn't suggest the dog biscuits. But, you know, it was his flavor of the week, I guess.
Hey, Marissa, I think you're rubbing your mic on something and it's getting all kinds of clicks. Check it out. Where's your mic hole?
Yeah. Scooby snacks. Ruh-roh.
Is it working better?
Yeah, that worked.
Like I said, you could always do a Mel Gibson and transfer your addiction from one thing to another. He did it. He transferred his smoking addiction to eating dog biscuits, and then from dog biscuits to eating raw onions. So just a little heads up for you. That's what he did.
Oh, yeah, because, like, that's so much better than cigarettes. Yeah. I mean, when you can replace cigarettes with something just so much yummier, like dog biscuits, Scooby snacks, ruh-roh, and onions, like, who'd want to smoke?
Here's the thing. Changing a habit. The thing that I found, it says you can't extinguish a bad habit. You can only change it. How it works. Use the same cue, such as I'm hungry. Provide the same reward, which is, I feel full. But change the routine in between, the actual thing that you do, which is, in one case, you're hungry, you go for the jar of cookies. And then the other case, you go for, this one says slow carbs food list, meaning not so carby kind of food, like, I don't know, an apple, or maybe a green or red bell pepper, or something like that, a vegetable, carrots, I don't know. Anyway, that's the point, is same cue, same reward, but change the thing, the routine that you do. That changes your habit, apparently. Anyone tried this before?
Or you could just have the strength to say, I'm not gonna do it.
So does that mean that if you're going to create a new habit, not replace an old one, but just create a new habit, you have to know what the cue is? It's going to cue you to do something different. Let's say it's like an alarm. And you need to know, well, what is your reward going to be? Because otherwise, why am I going to do this new thing? And then, like, what's the routine that you're going to do? What is the habit? Like, you have to recreate. You have to create.
Yeah, I like sandwiches after sex. I don't think you should bring your food into the bedroom.
Okay, I have a thing. I think I know where you're going with this. You're talking about like triggers. What triggers you to do whatever you do? Like I said, my trigger is I get really, really nervous and I get really shy and I get really worried about things. That triggers me to bite my nails. So I think what he's saying is, what is your trigger? What triggers you to do this bad habit? What makes you? What's the thing that triggers in your head that basically says I need to do this? Find that trigger and kind of deal with it, and it kind of works the rest of itself out. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Oh, it's basically it's right. It's you're recognizing what's the trigger. Okay, that's the trigger. Okay, 9 o'clock, I'm gonna go to meet with the boss, or noon, I'm gonna go to the cafeteria. So same trigger, I'm going to the cafeteria, and maybe the cafeteria food is like our old like elementary school shitty cafeteria food, and like instead maybe same trigger, noon, we're going to eat, going to the cafeteria, but instead of going to the cafeteria, you're not going to the cafeteria. You're going to go to your lunchbox and eat your healthy lunch that your mama gave you, or whatever it might be. And then in the end, the reward is still the same. You feel satiated. You feel like you're full, but you're just full of better food, let's say, right? So it's really recognizing the trigger and then practicing and getting into a habit, whatever, of doing the healthier habit.
Right. And then eventually that will become the habit, but it's healthier. That's cool.
And then if you guys go to the Facebook page, is it the Facebook page? God, I don't even know if I shared it on the page. But if you go to the event shared on the Facebook page, you should be able to see the pictures. If you can't, let me know. There's a thing that I created way back when we first started this program, when it was generally about habits and making better choices and changing our habits and stuff. And there's a thing called a don't break the chain, and it's about that whole idea. You guys have heard of this, where like, if you repeat a thing for 30 days in a row, it becomes a habit. Well, this is like a way that you can like actually note like what is the habit I'm trying to change or whatever at the top of the page, something good that I'm trying to do for myself. And then you just mark off on the calendar like, okay, I just completed another day, and then another day, and then another day, and you're you're basically linking the chain, and the goal is to get as many days in a row where you're doing that habit. And look, you're going to fall off the fence. Everybody will. Nobody's perfect. You fall off the fence for a day or two or whatever, you get back up and you challenge yourself to do more days in a row of doing the better habit, possibly using the same substitution, you know, habit change up routine thing we were talking about a second ago.
I have a question about that, Hope. How do you change a person? Like, how do you get a person to change their bad habits if they have disabilities? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how do you get someone to change their habits if they've lived with that on a disability all their lives? If they've, like, you know, if they had that all their lives since birth, how do you change that? What's your situation for that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how do you help someone who's born with a disability and has kind of picked up this bad habit since they was you know, a kid, and they've just carried it through their adult years?
First, they gotta like recognize and understand that they're not a victim. You know, that they don't have to be a victim. That it doesn't have to be like, oh, poor me, I can't do this because of that condition or whatever. Once people realize that they're not a victim, they become, you could call it a victor over their circumstances. So once they realize they're not a victim, and that they can stop playing that card. I mean, I just saw a story about a dude. He was burned 80% of his freaking body. And he's like, I think it was like he was running a marathon or something. I mean, come on, dude, if this guy can get past the fact that, oh, poor ho-hum me, 80 freaking percent of his body was burned. And if this guy can get past all of the struggles and all of the hey, you know, my life is over, I'm a victim, like, you know, this shouldn't have happened, all these crazy thoughts that aren't so crazy really, but that you would have if something happens to you, either whether it be from birth or like him, just happened to him, he got burned, he was a fireman. If you get past that, then you're good, you know, and then it becomes just self-love. You gotta love yourself. You gotta care enough about yourself and know that you have something to give back, that you're here for a reason, and that you should be doing that shit every day. And then, you know, move from that space, you know, as opposed to the victim space. We get in so much of a trap, even our health and everything, when we fall into the trap of like, oh, I'm a victim. And I mean, look, I can't fully talk. Like, I really haven't been so much of a victim, but if I really thought about it, yeah, I'm a victim of something, you know, it disadvantages me in some way, you know. It's really just getting past that and loving yourself. I think people forget that they have to like kind of treat themselves and love themselves, you know, in order to be empowered. That might be where the motivation comes in to do some of this stuff. You really got to find a way. You surround yourself with people who will lift you up. Like this guy that was, you know, 80% of his body was burned. I mean, he had some really awesome people around him saying, you can do this. And having those people is huge. You know, you can't buy it. You can't necessarily just get it out of at a grocery store, but having someone and people around you that actually lift you up and empower you versus, you know, tell you can't do something is huge. So if you can find a way to get around people like that, do it.
You know, I sense an open debate coming on here. I sense an open debate happening here. But I'm going to shut my mouth because if I pitch in on this debate, yeah, no. I'm just going to shut my mouth and keep my debating systems to myself because I guarantee you, I did, no.
Hey, I get the point where you're coming from, and both of you guys, I get that. I also have played as the victim. I understand where you're coming from with that question. But you're actually, you're actually wrong. I live in a torture home where I'm scared to even fight for myself. I mean, if people really know how bad it was in here, they would feel sorry for me. I can make people feel sorry for my home life. And it's unable to make me want to really love or feel or have any emotions. I play love like a game. I play love like a card. I pretty much like being the victim, and I am the victim. I have disabilities, and I get checks, and I survive on it while I'm being taken care of at the age of 24, and I don't have nothing to do with my life. So some people can't help it that they're the victim. They can't choose it. And yeah, I get it. People can stand up for it and fight for it, but some of us can't. When we don't even have a choice to do it. When you have other people putting you down and bringing you down to where you can't get up or fight back. Trust me, if you want to know my story, talk to me. You'll know my story.
See, I want to intervene here and agree with her by saying, if you beat a woman, okay, I'm just using this as an example. If you beat a woman, I'm not talking physical, I'm talking physical, emotional, mental. If you beat somebody down so bad that they don't feel the strength, they have the inner strength to get up and fight back, they become a victim not through their own doing, not through their own purpose. They become a victim because they've been beat down so bad that they don't have the courage and the strength, and they have no one there to pick them up and say, you know what, you can do this. They are a victim through none of their own faults. They're not, it's through none of their faults. And I know what she's talking about because I've pretty much been in the same.
I get it. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I have thoughts of dying, not living. I get that faith in me. That, because I'm 24, I'm not going to lie. I have an imagination. I use my imagination still at the age of 24 because I live in this house like a prisoner. They don't let me get out of my house. I don't have friends. I barely have a life. And I have to get permission to do everything I want to do. So yeah, you're right. I am a victim. And I can't help it. I want to die because I use my imagination to think I'm going to get out of here one day. But in real life, I need to take a step back and look at reality. And know that I'm not getting out of here. Whether I sit here and wait for my Prince Charming as someone of a guy I fall in love with to save me, or I fight back to get out of here. It's not like that. Trust me. It's not easier than you think.
Stephanie, I want to tell you something. It's simply this. I don't know you and I've never met you, but I love the shit out of you. Do not go and do anything stupid, okay? Don't, okay? You need someone to talk to. I'm here. Talk to me. I've been in that situation. I've been in the situation where...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was moving my phone, my device. Anyway, are we talking... I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. Are we still talking about habits and what's our other thing? Routines? Was there a routine in that? I have a routine I always do before I go to bed. I brush my hair. It's really long, and then I put a rubber band down like at my neck, and then another one about 6 inches down, another one 6 inches down, another one 6 inches down. Then I brush my teeth, and I go through this whole oral hygiene thing, and put on a face cream, and then I put on the hand cream. I just have this body spray I like to put on before that. put on some lip balm. I pour myself a glass of water on the nightstand. I take a sleeping pill. I charge a light. I call the kitty, and I zonk out. Yeah. So that's the only thing that's like really a routine, like a thing that I do like every day. Oh, and by the way, I love green chili on my pizza.
Chili on pizza, huh? That sounds different.
Ew, yuck. To each his or her own, for sure. Yeah, I think we got maybe a little bit off topic, but to the one who feels that she is in a prison and has no power whatsoever, people have escaped prison by doing a routine of slowly removing parts of a wall to get to what's behind and escaping, and many other things. So just, I don't know what to say. I mean, I do know what to say, but your situation is pretty difficult, that even I have some trouble giving you what you'll need. But in the end, I can say that what we allow is what will continue. Especially in your situations, this matters because, you know, to a certain extent, yes, you feel like you can't do anything, and that may be the case. I'm not saying that's not the case, but as long as you believe that you have no power over the situation, as long as you have that thought, that belief, as long as that belief exists in your mind that you have no power, you will never be free. Ever. So I think it comes down to when you stop allowing it and start doing something even a little bit every day to get free of that situation. That's when you have the freedom. And I believe in you. I think that you have incredible power. I don't even have to know you. I just know that you, as a human being, you have the power to shift your life any way you want. And look, I apologize for being in a situation where I'm not imprisoned like that. I have my own form of prison. But I believe in you. I believe in anyone who's in your situation. To let go of the belief that you are truly a victim and you have no choice. You do. You have a choice. It's to not allow it to happen any longer and to start making some effort to get out of that situation, to free yourself, to walk away. I don't know what else to say, truly.
Thanks. I get it. Thank you. And yeah, I'm scared of my adopted parents. My parents didn't want me. My mother tried killing me. She didn't want to take care of me, and she didn't want me back. So I got put in foster homes after foster homes, and got put here in the hell that I'm supposed to call a home. People say your home is the safe.
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to cut you off, Stephanie. I'm sorry, but this is to Hope. Look, I know that you're trying to be the nice guy and everything, but I have to say, if you've never been in that situation, you're not in the position to give help. I mean, I have actually been in that situation, so I know what she's talking about. And the fact that me and her both have disabilities, yeah, you can't, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but you can't really say anything about it if you've never been in that situation before. I was kidnapped when I was 10 years old, and I was held in I guess you'd call it a house or a cubby hole. And I was kept there for about 5 years. And when they found me, it wasn't a pretty sight. I understand. I exactly understand where she's coming from. I know you can't give advice on a situation that you've never been in. I know I'm sounding like a real cow right now, but the situation that she's currently in, I've been there. I'm 37, and I've been in that situation. And you know, if she's got disabilities, which she's saying to me that she has, it's even worse for people with disabilities. It is so much worse for people with disabilities. We have even less confidence than normal people. We have zero confidence than people that doesn't have disabilities, because we do have disabilities.
I feel you. I understand, but I think you might have missed the story about the guy that has succeeded in all areas of life, having 80% of his body burned. Every one of us could give up. It doesn't matter what our condition. Like, we all have a different story. We could all give up, but it's really about us. I agree. You know, I'm not in a position, and I apologize for that. I'm not going to just throw myself in the position. It's impossible for me to throw myself in the position where like I've been there and I've done that. So I apologize for that. But I can tell you what I know about the human mind and the human condition, and it's that we all have a choice. We're given a situation, whatever it is, it's different for all of us. And it's what we choose to do with it that shapes our reality, that shapes our destiny, you know? And I'm just trying to say that you have power. It's up to you to determine how much power that is and whether it's possible or not. All I'm saying is that I believe in you and I love you, and that you do have the power to get out of it. You may not think you do, but you do. I don't know how it's going to happen for either of you, for any of you who I'm talking to, whatever situation you're dealing with. I don't know how it's going to happen. Only you know how. All I can tell you is I believe in you, and I believe you can do it. That I can do. I can believe in you, and I can give you all the tools I can to help you along the way, and just lend a hand. That I can do.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Hope. Thank you. And I understand with the guy who got burnt and stuff. And the goal, yes. I do have some disabilities. I have a lot of them. I have ADHD. I have MODD. I have a learning disability. I have a disability where I can live out there in the real world. I mean, I know I can. I want to. But they're not going to let me. They say people like us can't have lives. People like us aren't allowed to. Like the parents I live with now said I'm not allowed to get married or have children because they'll end up being stupid like me. Or, you know, live in my own place or drive. I mean, they constantly like to put me down. And the only reason, which I know you might understand, the woman, the other girl like me, the only reason they like to keep me here is because of my disability check I get for the rest of my life. They need my check here to keep this house going. And if I leave, the check comes with me. And I don't know if I have the strength to hang on anymore. I have tried committing suicide. I do pills. I snort painkillers. I do cocaine. I haven't done needles, but I'm tempting to. And I drink. And I just fuck myself up every night just to numb the pain from my past, my present, and my future. Which, yes, you're right, Hope. Everyone has a chance. Everyone has a choice. I lost my choice a long time ago. Just like the whole thing I lost in God. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to anyone's religious here, but I stopped believing God a long time ago when he gave up on me. And I know people are going to be like, oh, no, he didn't give up on you. He's still there. I've tried that too. I've tried everything. I lost faith. I lost hope. I lost belief. And I pretty much just want to give up.
You're focusing on way too much of the negative. I guarantee you, if you thought about it for a second, you would find some amazing things that are happening around you. Maybe not on the highest level amazing, but some pretty great things. It's hard to see those things when you're focusing on all that you're focusing on right now. So do me a favor. If you have anything to write with right now, write this out. It's what's not wrong? Question mark. Capitalize, underline, circle the not part. What's not wrong? It's very difficult to get sucked down by all the shit that's bad and hasn't happened well and it's not going well in our life when we're forced to focus on what's right, what's not wrong. So yeah, I invite you to write that down and look at it every single day, because I guarantee you, your filter, your view of the world, even just the one that you're in right now, this quote unquote prison that you've partly created yourself and that is also exists outside of you. It's not pleasant maybe, but I guarantee you, you could at least start to see the positive sides to what's around you. Because it sounds like you've been going down a spiral for too long. And I'm just telling you right now, it doesn't have to continue. You can stop it right now, okay? Even if it's slow, at least it can start going up now. So just write that down and just look at it and think about that and ponder that every single day. What we get in front of our face, in front of our eyes, every day, the more often we can get positive things in front of our face, the more likely we're going to end up with that positive outcome. So start getting some positive stuff in front of you so that you don't, so it's hard to dwell about all the crap if what's in front of you, whether it be a picture, pleasant picture, I don't know, some memento of something where life was really good, whatever, put that in front of your face and stare at it longer, or at least a good amount of time compared to what you see every day that's bringing you down, to the point where you can get the hell out of there. It really comes down to you. You are your victor. You are your own Prince Charming. You know, you're the one that has to love you through the rest of the rest of your life. You're the one. You're that person. Be that person for you. You know, that matters so much. I don't know what else. I'm just going to say I'm here for you. We could get back to the program. We could help you. It's up to you. And you can always like check in with me after, add me as a contact if you really need me or anybody else here. There's a lot of people here that would be open to helping you get through this. I assure you of that. You're definitely in a good place right now. Yes, maybe I'm one of the few people that are talking right now, but I assure you there's a lot of people here in the Ring of Fire that will help you get out of the muck that it sounds like you're in. So yeah, you have absolutely no reason to give up, is what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I have to intervene here because, can I ask you something? Do you have disabilities, Hope? Do you know what it's like to live with disabilities? Because you're talking about you can see the world differently. Do you know that people with do you know that people with disabilities see the world different from the way that you do? I'm just curious because, you know, you're telling her this stuff, but I'm pretty sure you don't have disabilities. You haven't lived your entire life with them. You've never been kidnapped, raped, beaten, abused, and you have no idea what she's talking about and what she's going through. I, on the other hand, actually do know what she's going through. Telling her to fight back. Have you ever fought back? Have you ever fought a guy while you've got disability, when you're disabled? Have you ever fought someone and known you've not had the strength to fight them? I have. I have OCD, schizophrenia, autism, split personality, bipolar, and freaking.
Yes, I get it. I had to cut in. Sorry. I also have split personalities. I am my own imaginary friends. I can be Amanda. I can be me. I could be anyone. I could be Alex. I get where you're coming from on that. And you gotta understand, he's there for me. Hope, I know Hope doesn't understand what we go through, but he's trying to be a friend. And he's gonna try to be here, and so are you. And I just want everyone to get along. And please, I'm not worth it. I'm not worth anything. I don't need. Thank you all for the love and the care and the appreciation and the wanting to help. I got my drugs. I got my pills. I got my alcohol. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. I'm gonna be here for the rest of my life. So why not just keep enjoying my life I do now?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's Lowrider. I hope you do not focus on drugs and negativity. I hope you focus on something positive for yourself. You know, because the drugs is not going to take you anywhere. It's just going to dig you a big hole where you don't belong. You're still young. You're beautiful. I hear you here talking every day. Um, you know, and I just walked in. I just heard that and just like what? But you got a lot of friends here and a lot of people that cares, you know. So I hope you take this in consideration and put those drugs down and focus on yourself and about getting better, moving on in life, you know. And sorry to cut you guys off. It's Lowrider. I'm on.
Okay, thank you. Sometimes when people get put on stuff that they're addicted to, it's hard for them to quit. I don't want to live anymore. I know I have people like you, Slow Whiter, and Hope, and you, the woman that's been talking, and yeah, even Boston, but nobody understands anybody's life unless they walk into their own shoes. This life, this family, it has dragged not just only me, but my other sister to suicide. Me and my sister have gone through hell in this house. She has tried committing suicide. She cuts. She gets depressed. She has an anger issue.
See, that's what I'm saying. I get where you're coming from, Stephanie. I understand that. I actually get it. And the thing is I'm not trying to argue or anything here. I'm just like, okay, from my point of view, you can't give a person advice if they've never walked a day in those shoes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is really hard to give a person advice if you've never actually been through that stuff. If that's never actually happened to you, there's no way you can give advice for that, because you.
Hello, Ring of Fire. It's Lowrider. I hope I didn't cut nobody off.
Hey, this is Hedgehog Heaven. New to the scene. Give me a holler.
Hey, Lowrider. Hey, Welcome to the Ring of Fire. Okay, getting back to, I'm not trying to buzz anybody off or anything. I'm just, like, I'm just, stating my opinion on this. So I hope I haven't pissed anybody off.
Hey, by the way, Stephanie, in case you didn't already know, there is a channel called Support 24/7 that you could go to anytime. There's usually someone there. They've got a bunch of people who are part of that are there specifically to help people anytime they need a hand. I don't mind helping you now. If you truly need help right now, we can just hang with you right here. But if you need help and you're really to that point, I think they might be able to help you out potentially better than us. I don't know. And also, I mean, you might be able to get a lot out of this program. I'm just saying, we do this every week. If you were to stick around and you were to experience some of what we talk about every week and really truly be here and to learn something, or hey, more power to you. If you have something you want to share, we're always open. That's what this is all about. We're supposed to be sharing what we know about something to help each other. So that's this program. It happens every week this time. Tonight we're talking about habits and routines. I don't know if you got that, but we're talking about, getting out of bad habits. So if you were to be paying attention, like if you really wanted to get something out of this, you can change your world. This is a start. How to change bad habits to good ones. Now, given, yes, I don't know what it's like to have a disability. I just know that everybody's got a challenge and everybody's got to get out of it, usually themselves, hopefully with the support of others. But I'm just saying, like, I believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, there's nothing I can do, but I believe in you. And if that's not enough, maybe I can find somebody else to help you out. I mean, truly, it comes down to loving yourself. And I think that you can do that. Maybe you haven't done it before. Try it. I don't know. But we're talking about habits. The next thing that we were going to talk about here, I think, was how to form new habits. I think we might have even gotten through that, but we can go over it again. This whole idea of changing your habits, the bad ones into good ones. So maybe you have an example of a bad habit. We can work on that.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'm trying to believe in myself, but it's hard when you live in this house. Oh. I wish I could love myself, but with the stuff I've done in the past, with my skeletons and the choices I've made, it's pretty hard to love yourself when you would throw yourself around like some toy and a waste of piece of garbage and anything just to get attention. But there is no happy habits in this one. I wish I could think of one. It's impossible.
Hey guys, what's up, Andrew? How are you, man? I came in a point of life that what I didn't like, I asked the man above to guide me to something better, and he did. And I have 3 choices in life that I use. 5. I got 5 now. I bought 2 more. He gave me 2 more. I got 5 now total, my friend. If you would like to know those choices, let me know. I don't mind sharing them. It's real short and simple. It's the way I live my life every day with those 5 choices.
Let's hear him, brother. By all means, share. You can only help everyone in the room.
10-4. Hello, Ring of Fire. For the people that don't know me, I'm Lowrider, the New Testament. I'm from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. I used to be an ex-addict, okay? My addiction was cocaine. I dealt it, I snorted, and I loved it. Those are my three best friends in life for a short period of time, up to I lost my mother in 1997. I hit rock bottom in Brooklyn, okay? And me hitting rock bottom, I met the penitentiary for 17 hours. Those 17 hours, I choose to turn my life around in those 17 hours. Why? Okay, if you guys got a pen, go ahead.
There you are, Dr. JC. I don't know if I claimed my offer. I'm sorry if I did, but we have a new user, Dr. JC, in the channel. Get her done, aka Brian from Pennsylvania. Welcome to Ring of Fire.
Coast clear.
Okay, then.
It's Andrew. Is everything good? Could I finish?
Yeah, everybody, let's give Lowrider a chance to finish here. We've got some advice that we could probably all use. So give the man the floor, if you could, please.
Okay, guys. I left off of getting a pen and paper, but I'm going to go ahead and start, a little bit again. Once upon a time, cocaine was my best friend, and the streets and the negativity, put it like that. I'm going to keep it short. My mother passed away. That woke me up. The next few days, I see the penitentiary for about 17 hours. I sat there and I thought and I prayed to God. I'm like, what I'm doing here? I don't belong here. This is not me, And I looked at this gentleman. He came into the prison system bleeding, from being beat up or whatever. Anyway, they still locked him up. The gentleman should have went to the hospital. I started praying for the guy, man. I'm like, God, please help this guy, man. I hope he don't die in here. He looked like he was going to die. So I went and picked 5 choices of my life, 5 things that I do every day in my life. And those 5 choices are: see the situation clearly, know what you want, expand your possibilities, evaluate and decide, and the last one is act. And every day I live by those. And if it wasn't for those 5 choices of my life, I won't even be on Zello because I worry about the streets and negativity. Thanks the Lord that he did what he did, the path he sent me. And today I'm in a way different path. Thinking positive, off of drugs, enjoy my life, have money, have my things, have my truck, my little lowrider, and yada, yada, yada. I'm a recovering addict, and I will always will be, because the minute if you was an addict, you will always be an addict, but you can recover and get better. Please get better, people. Pull out of negativity to the side. You don't need it. Stay here in a ring of fire. Great friends, great support. Thank you.
Thank you, Lowrider. That was inspirational, to say the least.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, people need to hear, people like you that have been there, done that, proof that can happen, as opposed to just going down and down and down and down and down. You know what I mean? You could have, had you not made a significant choice right there to say, I'm not going to allow this shit anymore, you'd be still there. You would still be there doing the same thing, possibly dead right now. And that's the difference. You made a choice and you just kept on it, And part of me feels like you had some kind of a habit that you did, or a routine, or something you did every day. I was going to suggest gratitude, but I'm guessing you did something every day to keep you motivated to change. And I wonder what that was.
Hi, I'm here. So you got the mic, Lowrider. Yeah, I guess I missed his transmission because I was listening to his in solo and replying. He was saying he couldn't get the mic in here and had something to say. What did I miss? I was sort of a victim recently. A victim of harassment. Yeah, on this marketplace, believe it or not. Yeah, it was actually the staff, and they've done this to a lot of people, I just discovered. Full-on harassment. The staff, I kid you not, in a marketplace. Just crazy people.
Here's my quote. There always will be a will. There will never be a won't. You're always going to think there's always will be a will. There'll never be a won't.
Oh yeah, 10-4, copy, understood. But what kept me, like Andrew was asking, what kept me going forward was thinking I lost my mother. 1, 2, fishing was a great therapy for me, and today it still is. Driving for the company that I've been driving for the U.S. Armed Forces, and I met good people in my life. I change people, places, and things. If you don't change people, places, and things, you will not go nowhere, my friend. You must change people, places, and things so you can succeed in life and become somebody, better than what you are today. I'm going to give a quick rundown real quick. Please don't cut me off. This is very important. 10 years ago, my cousin got kidnapped. Her name is Gina De Jesus. It happened in Cleveland, Ohio, okay? She got kidnapped with 2 other girls, Amanda Berry and Michelle Knight. I lived right across the street for 10 years. I didn't know my own cousin was there. How you think I felt when she came out of that house? I felt very negative. I wanted to kill Mr. Castro. And I know the man. He used to talk to me. You know what held me back? My fourth obstacle in life, which was I saw the situation clearly. I saw myself going back to the penitentiary where I started thinking positive to turn into negative. And I walked the other way. I let it to God. He got arrested. He killed himself in prison. My cousin is home today. She's safe. She's beautiful. And she's healthy. Amanda Berry also, and Michelle Knight also. I know you know about this, guys. True story, man. I lived right across the street 10 years not knowing that my cousin was in a fucking basement. Can you believe that?
Oh, wow. I know that case. Oh, my God.
I think I heard something about that recently.
It's a true documentary, my brother. True documentary is no lie. I shouldn't lie because I'm lying to myself. Why should I lie if I'm lying to myself? Doesn't make sense, So when that happens, when that happened, I thought so positive, my friends. I said, I can't go back to the penitentiary. That's for a coward. I'm not a coward. You know what I'm saying? I'm far from that. I'm low rider. I just need to be home. I need to be free. And I let the hands to God, man. God took care of it. My cousin's safe. Her friends are safe. They're wealthy now. And she has a beautiful daughter, you know, and yada, 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 you know. But the man is dead. He killed himself. So who's the coward? He is. You know what I mean?
Okay, here's one thing I found about habits and stuff. It says, great, great daily habits. Be grateful for something in your day. Smile, laugh, meditate, relax. Affirm success in your life. Plan your day. Challenge yourself. Tell someone you love them. Be determined to be happy. Practice forgiveness. That's something I think Stephanie and anyone in the situation, in a shitty situation, can do for themselves, not for the other. Practicing forgiveness, understanding that. Staying positive. Be honest with yourself and others. Learn something new. Make peace with your past. Always try your hardest. Be open to change. Do something selfless. Inspire yourself. Inspire someone else. All right, guys, let's bring it. Who's got some really good daily habits, or what I would call routines, that are helping you out? Something that you do every day that fortifies you, that makes you stronger.
Grooming my dog. I groom him constantly, and it's like therapy for me. I enjoy it.
And wiping his ass after he takes a poop. Shit.
Yes, Cal, I am the original ass wipe.
Prayer before I go to sleep and prayer when you wake up. Just a little, prayer or something, thanking anybody that believes in God, I mean, it doesn't have to be God, it could be anybody you believe in. That you're still here, you're still living,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Daily habits for me, it's get up out of bed, light up my special cigarette, and pray to God. Tell him thank you, sir, for being here for another day. And I also have something else that I do daily that keeps me motivated, man. It's I get on Zello. Zello is a great therapy for me, my friend. Very great therapy for me. I love it. I'm always on 24/7. As much as I can, and listen to music as I drive. Because I drive over the road. So me driving over the road, I have the music. Every day. Those are my daily routines, man. And the most important is brushing my teeth and showering, my hygiene every single day. I can't smell sweat because I get sick for myself, my bud.
That's great. I can't smell sweat, or else I get sick to myself. Oh, that's funny. Thanks for sharing. God, we have so much more. We have so much more. Let's go. What else do we have? What else do we do every day that is good for us? Bring it. I'll say one. waking up in gratitude. First thing a lot of people do, and I did in the past, was I woke up and I didn't feel, I felt kind of like, kind of the negative stuff comes in. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about probably. The negative stuff flows in always, like, yo, I got this project at work I got to deal with, blah, 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 blah. It just immediately hits us because we weren't thinking about it until we woke up, right? So it's like that negative chatter just turns on when we wake up, but snuff it out. And I found this works really well. Snuff it with gratitude. Take like 10 minutes. If you have to sit up in your freaking bed so you don't fall back asleep, sit up and think of, for like 10 minutes, set a timer if you have to, 10 minutes of people and things. Primarily it's going to be people, just what it gravitates towards, for me at least. People and things that you are grateful for. And just keep going, because guaranteed, if you hit a wall and you stop and you still got time, you're going to come up with something else. Just do it. I kid you not. It's like one of the best things you can possibly do. And that's not even really a routine. That's just one habit in my day. My day is never perfect, but you know, that's a good way to start it, at least.
I ain't gonna lie. I pray real quick and I start eating breakfast, man. I ain't lying, man, on that one.
Yeah, right? Get distracted quick.
I gotta have a cannoli or something sweet in the morning, man, with some coffee. Not regular coffee like espresso or cappuccino, you know. I gotta. That's guaranteed. That's my habit now. That's my new drug, you know, coffee and cannoli sweets. I gotta be careful. I don't know if I'm diabetic, but hey, I love it.
All right, positive habits, guys. We got some time here. This is important. You have positive habits and you have positive routines in your life. What are they? Guarantee you have something that you do every day that's good for you. If you don't, what would you like to have happen every day that's good for you?
Well, I regularly walk around the block, you know. To me, it's tranquil. You get to see, you know, things that are not in your house. So getting out of the house is important to me, and just going for tranquil walks.
I love going by the water every day if I can. I love going to see the ocean, the river, the creek, the canal. As long as there's water, my mind is relaxed. I'm an Aquarius. I love the water.
Yeah, me too. Definitely enjoy the ocean. And also the walk. I haven't been doing it as much lately because my work shift has changed to the evenings, but I'm going to try to incorporate it. But it's basically, I set an alarm every day to remind me to go for a walk. You know, I try to do it before sunset. Like I even check. I got an alarm for an alarm to check on Sunday before my week starts, to check what's the sunset time, so I can set my daily alarm an hour before, so I get reminded an hour before sunset to get my ass up from whatever I'm doing and go for a walk. That was one of the best parts of my day, and actually I've kind of changed my work life a bit to the point where I haven't been doing it. So thanks, Dave, for the reminder, brother. That matters. I missed that, and that was a really good part of my day. So thanks. What else we got, guys? You guys are incredible. You don't even know it. Let's do it. What else do you do that you couldn't do without, that you love? even if it might be a bad habit potentially, it's good for you.
You know, son, I'm gonna throw this out there. One of my great habits when I was younger is doing physical training in the morning. I miss that. I can still do it, but it's not the same, my man. I'm getting older, you know, I'm in my 40s now. So it's like my bones ain't into my 20s or my teens, but I miss working out calisthenics. I miss it. I'm not big, you know, don't get me wrong, but I miss doing that. I miss running. I miss doing jumping jacks. I miss doing push-ups, you know, bar. I miss doing all that stuff. Maybe I get back into that. Maybe I'll probably just stop smoking cigarettes, my friend. That's my downfall right now.
One of my best and most fun and tranquil habits is creation of food. I don't follow recipes. I just use techniques, and I'm pretty good with flavors and how they blend. And I like to create food, and that's one of the most fun things in my life now that I can't play guitar anymore.
That's really cool, man. I'd love that to have some food that you've prepared, man, and maybe even get a lesson or two someday. That'd be pretty cool, man. Something to look forward to, I guess.
Hey, Mr. Cook, how do ramen noodles with the rice and beans? How you do that?
Specific recipe request. Ooh.
What's up, Ring Fire? Roman checking in here. Hey, Dave. Saw you keyed up. Hope you're having a good night, sir.
What's up, Roman? How you doing, brother? Thanks for checking in. We're kind of rounding out the end of the Habits and Routines program. Just checking in with people to see what we can come up with for our healthy habits and or daily routines to share with the rest of us, so we can maybe incorporate it into our daily routine. You know, something that works for someone else could easily work for us.
Okay, folks, we got a new guest in the channel, Prince. Let's give Prince a warm welcome.
Hey, all you guys out there, how you doing again? Hey, Lowrider, how'd you just like that picture of the hot springs I posted earlier on this chat? Anyway, there's several things you can do, but nothing comes to mind right now besides maybe working out a little bit and just walking more every day and stuff like that.
Well, stuff that helps me out, like if I'm addicted to something or have a habit of doing things, what I like to do is I wait till around like this time. It's 10:05 p.m. here in Texas, and I kind of just put my headphones on and just listen to music, really. Listen to music and work out.
Hello, Roman. How are you, my New York friend? If that's you, hello, it's Lowrider waving a hand at you. I heard we had a new user, Prince. Hey, Prince, do me a favor. Sing Purple Rain for me, buddy. Come on. You're still here. You're not there. You're here. The Ring of Fire. Come on.
Oh, thank you. The new statement, and also David for make me trusted user here. I would love to introduce myself for all of you. My name is Amr from Egypt. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a Navy officer, and I'm really happy to be with you. By the way, my English is not very good, but I am working on it.
Well, welcome to the channel there. But I think your English is better than mine, so just say hello, welcome. You entered the channel while there's a little show here going on with Andrew. I'll let him address you.
Yeah, hi, new user. I didn't quite get your name. I apologize for that, but welcome. I thought I heard you from Egypt. That's cool. And I concur. I agree. Give you an easier word. I agree. Your English is fine. At least what I've heard. So good job, man. You're doing well. And you're only going to get better. I see good things for you. Yeah, we're having a program, Our Healing Choices. We're rounding it out, and we're just sucking all the best habits out of everybody right now and bringing it onto the table so we can all see it. Because I think you guys are awesome, beyond awesome. And I think there's something that makes you awesome. And that's what you can share right now is what is it that makes you awesome? What is it that you do that helps you be an incredible person? And again, you don't have to agree with me that you're incredible, but I'm just saying you are.
Oh, I could tell you one thing that makes me awesome, and people love me more when I do it. It's Zeppelis, my friend. Zeppelis, yes.
Yeah, Lowrider likes to make the Zeppelis. I think what makes me awesome, oh boy, that's hard to say, is the ability to put myself in anyone's shoes. I always try to put myself in everyone's shoes before I form an opinion or, you know, before I critique or anything like that.
That is a good trait or habit to have. It's not a routine. It's just a straight up a habit. Like it's what you do. Love it, man.
Holy hell, I hate what he would think of being in my shoes. Boy, boy, boy.
Well, if they smelly, I don't think he wants to be in your shoes. Just saying. Come on, my friends.
Hey, Roman, I wasn't ignoring you. Just we were in the middle of something here. Come on, speak up. Tell us what makes you awesome.
Good habits. Andrew, you got a point. They turn into pretty much your routine, your good habits, kind of, with some people. But I don't know. I guess I got quite a few good ones. With it being a southern, but it's a routine pretty much. With being a southern person, you know, saying yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, stuff like that to elder people that I know in my life. Then opening the door, holding the door for old people or anyone, pretty much hold the door, let them come out or in, all that mess. Go up north and do it. They look at you like, he's crazy.
I like to steal the best in people and make it my own. That's a bad habit of mine. Wink, wink.
Oh, that's cool, though. That's really cool.
Yeah, but remember, you're not stealing, you're borrowing. Stealing is no good. You're borrowing, my friend, temporarily. Switch it to your own, and you should succeed, my brother. Lowrider.
Yeah, and it's much better than seeing the negative and borrowing that. So, yeah, I can see what Andrew's doing. That's cool.
That means he's pretty much a little piece of all of us, I'm guessing. He takes from me, takes from David, takes from Cheryl. Let's see. Here's a good trait that he's got. Let me take this and put it here.
Yep, pretty much, brother, pretty much, man. I am a reflection of all the best in people around me, pretty much. You know, we all have negative traits, and a lot of us can see the negative in people, but trying to see the positive and borrow that. Nobody's got anything on that. Like, you don't have a patent on something that you do. Can't like copyright it necessarily. I know one guy that's got his nose insured, but I mean, short of that, you know, come on, man. You can pull the best out of people. Better that than the worst. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else that that I do that's kind of become a habit. Other than the walking and the gratitude, I've been trying to do yoga in the morning. I think the morning is probably the best time to do any kind of exercise, or for the most part before you jump in the shower. That's just me. Like, I've been trying to get into that, like do a consistent stretch yoga in the morning, just so like my body's like awake, like it's really awake, you know. All 70 trillion cells. Woo.
So, what does anybody else want to talk about? I guess, I don't know. I'm back from the hot springs now. It was a nice time out there, 102, 103 degree water, and they had the hot water flowing on as well, so it was nice. Anyway, what else do you want to talk about besides taking the good in people and amplifying that in your own self?
Hey, I don't mean to knock you off there, but you came in the middle of a show here, so it's up to Andrew to call it a night. So, yeah, you didn't know.
It's all right. It's all right. I don't think there is a particular time. I tend to keep it at about an hour 45-ish, hour and a half, hour 45-ish. But we had a lot of tangents tonight, which is not a bad thing. So I'm just giving some time here for us to truly shine what makes our life better on others, on the table, for people to see. You know, because there's a reason why people are successful. They do things different than people who are unsuccessful. Use another word if you want. It doesn't have to be successful. It could be accomplished. It could be happy. It could be whatever. There's a reason those people are that way. They worked on themselves. They changed. They do something different than you. So like if you see someone that seems like they got all their shit together, talk to those people and ask them, like, what is it that you're doing? You know, like, what do you do? What is your routine? What is your daily routine? What do you do to stay so positive, happy, insert, you know, word of choice, you know, what do you do to achieve that? We should be asking others that, like, you know, especially if you see it in them, like, well, what do you do? You know? Yeah, seriously.
Well, with that there, a year and a half ago, I got introduced into vaping to quit one bad habit that was slowly killing me, pretty much, smoking. And I used it to quit smoking at first. And now it's kind of another habit, you know. I don't do it all the time. I stop and do it just for the flavor and stuff now. But whenever I can, like I'm helping my girlfriend try to stop, or my fiance, I'm trying to help her stop smoking. Got her down to half a pack a day whenever she was a 2-pack a day person and stuff. So if I can help somebody like with that, anything that I've done, even like I still do the same thing. Whenever I shop, I look at myself and like, do I really need this? Even though I can afford it, do I need this right now in my life? Type thing. So I will add it to the shopping cart, then sit there and debate to myself, do I need this? Can it wait? And everything. And most of the time it ends up going into my wish list. Then come December, the wish list gets empty and everything. But I've had to teach myself that over the years of, do I really need something at the time that I see it?
Death Punch has words of wisdom. Listen to him.
There was a piece of gold, people. Piece of gold. Because if you look at this in a financial way, that thing that he put off on till he decided to reward himself in December is money that could have been in an investment earning 10% or more for him, so that when it comes time to buy that thing, he kind of got a discount. You know what I'm saying? If it is that he still really needed it, but he kind of got a discount because that money, that $100 was working for him, earned him $10, which means really he kind of saved $10 when he goes to buy it, because that money that he would have paid for that item was working for him. So pretty cool. Even better when you're thinking about buying a Harley or something, right? No telling you probably didn't have that thought in your mind at some point, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But stuff like that is just it's what made me like as well. Another good habit for people to do. Set up if you ain't got too much money, say $10 out of your check each week, and to go into another bank and everything, automatically withdraw on Friday. As soon as your check goes in direct deposit, it comes out, and you don't even recognize it's gone. As long as you don't recognize it's gone, you can't spend it. And let it go to that other bank, and you realize after a while, hell, you got a good bit of money saved up that you can use towards something else. And all bills, if you're out of work, sick, something like that, any type of bills, or hey, wait a minute, I've been saving this money up, I can purchase this thing that I've been wanting.
I just thought of one. Thank you for the share, Carl, for getting that on the table. Is a topic would be financial good habits. Just making a note right now so I can get it on the list. But good financial habits. I like that. Cool. Anyone else want to share something like this? What we're talking, it's just something that like helps you. It's helped form you into the person you are. You know, advice from your elders, parents, uncle, whatever. That's really kind of a habit because you've incorporated it into your life and you do it on a regular basis. So share that if you have it.
Oh, kind of like the statement my dad always brought me up on, which is, if you've tried and have not won, never stop at crying. For all that's just and good is done just by patient trying. Yeah, that kind of falls into that wise sayings from my elders and everything that I incorporate and modify into my own life more often than I care to admit to.
My stepdad, although I didn't learn a ton from him, the one thing that I did learn that I incorporated into just about everything is he used to give me a ride. I guess I took it for granted. He gave me a ride home from school or something, or he would give me a ride to a friend's house or something like this. Just drive me over there. But then, I was never taught to say thank you, and that there was how important that was. And he said one day, you know what? You don't say thank you for anything. Like, it's like you're not grateful. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know what he was talking about. I'm just a kid. What do you expect, right? And from that point on, like, he really tore into me. Like, why are you so ungrateful? Like, he kind of put it that way. Like, what? Just, can it hurt just to say thank you? And from that point on, like, when people do something for me, I let them know for sure, like, how grateful I am, for what they did. There's always a thank you, and that didn't have to happen, but it did, and I remembered it, and so I passed that on here, in case anyone else was a little blind to that all their life. I don't know.
And phrase-wise, that is a habit for me now. That grew up hearing it all my life from my grandfather, my father, uncles, aunts, all sorts of parts of my family, and it's true. Whenever a person says to you they can't do something, it's a habit for me, or to me anyways. Whenever somebody says I can't do that, automatically, without even hesitating, can't, never, could comes out. And I tell them can't, never, could and stuff is just a habit, pretty much. And that's another thing. Somebody tells you that they can't do something, tell them straight up, can't, never, could, and put something with it. Always depends on what it is that they say they can't do.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest, I was crying and I was taking some pills to kill my pain. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I can't lie to you guys. I just wanted to get high and kill all my pain. I can't take it no more, but I know I got people that love me, people that care about me. And I pretty much consider everybody on this channel right here my family. So thank you guys for showing me love and letting me get into my heart and hope, and everybody else out there. Thank you guys so much for helping me through this. You guys are family to me now. And I want help, and I'm calling out for help, which is something I never want to do. I'm too scared to call for help. But thanks to hope, I'm calling for help. I'm calling out for help. So thanks.
All good, Stephanie. Uphill battle. Uphill winning battle from here. Okay? Just promise me you'll try to see things better. Just try to see it like you do deserve it. And you deserve to be that person you want to be. If you can draw that person out or write that person out, that can only help, because it'll give you something to look at every day to see the thing or the person you want to become. So, like I say, I'll be there as best I can for you. And again, you do have this family here, and you're right, they do care about you. So just remember that. When you need to, Remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Yes, I get what you're saying. Thank you all. Thank Lowrider, Hope, and everybody on here. And even just the people that are just sitting by and listening. Thanks, all you guys. And Lowrider, your story really touched me. I really wanted to get help off the drugs. But it was always used to kill the pain from my birth parents not wanting me, not wanting to take care of a special ed child, but chose to keep my sister and my other siblings, but chose not to keep me.
Hey, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing?
Hey, Abe, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on there, Abe? But you can't stop that. If you stop, you might as well just go ahead and give up on life type ordeal, pretty much. Like I was saying, can't, never could. You can do anything you set your damn mind to. I know disabled people that live a functional life every day. You got to take and put all that negatory crap in the back and everything and leave it and move on. And all that mess. Take everything negative in your life and throw it away. If you don't, you're going to stay in a negative life and slowly die. So take everything negative, throw it in the back, and leave it and move on.
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. Put it in a box, so to speak, and put it away, out of sight. Get it out of there. I even saw the same analogy for fear. Put your fears in a box, put them away, close the box, lock it, and never go back.
Fear sometimes is good. It's a natural reaction to negative stimuli, and it can actually help you grow. It's not just the fear itself, it's the thought process that comes with the fear. Like ask yourself, why are you afraid? That particular thing, can you change it? What made it come about? So I think don't let the fear just, grasp you and control you, but also question why you're fearful or why you fear a particular thing or person. And then think about how you can change it or how you can get away from it.
Wise words, brother. Thanks for jumping in back into the channel. Abe, might I remind you that you are awesome as well.
Hey, thank you, good sir. And you are as well. You're always saying positive things on here, and it's good, man. It helps out a lot of people.
Stephanie, by the way, I just added you as a contact, I think. Double check. But just know that to help you, one of the main things I can do for you, aside from trying to be available for you solo if you need it, to a certain extent. I'm pretty busy lately with my new job. But yeah, at least you'll be, if we're friends here on Zello, at least each week when I have the program, you'll be informed. I always send out a call alert. You'll be at least informed of what is the topic for the week. Not only will you be informed about the program, you can join, talk in the program if you want, share what you know. I'd love to hear you share some insights because I know you got it in you. We all do. But if not, at least you'll know the topic. What's it about? You'll know when it is because it's within the hour of the program. It's coming up at the end of the hour, and whenever I send this, and at least you'll be able to get some more hope back in your life, if it's true that you really want to get out of that shit and get out of your situation and start moving forward instead of backwards. Okay, so just know that we got you. You know, it's going to be hard to fall in this room, especially with the kind of people that jump on the Ring of Fire at this time. So I'm back. Okay.
And by the way, hello, David and Sinister, bro. Sorry, man, I forgot to say. I'll return your greetings. Hope you guys are having a good night. Hope everybody's having a pleasant evening. It's really nice weather here. It's amazing weather. It's like in the 70s. There's a calm breeze. Too bad it won't stay like that.
Yeah, what's going on there, Abe? Superhero. In your own little way over there, you are a superhero. Same as Andrew. He's a superhero. I'm just a hero, though.
Yeah, hello, Abe. It's always a pleasure to hear your voice. I could go to sleep with your voice. Yeah.
Never heard anyone say that, but hey, that's cool. Yeah, Abe's pretty cool. Cool guy. He's got a lot of insights into stuff that many of us know nothing about, which is pretty cool. I like that. All right, I'll just leave it open for another maybe 5 minutes or so. See if there's anyone that showed up late. We are rounding out the true end, I think, to this program tonight. I could bring up an audio from a video online that kind of started this whole habit thing, but that probably should have been done sooner. So maybe I'll leave a link to it if I remember. But yeah, any last thoughts about habits and routines, and let me just double check to see if there's anything that we could have missed. But yeah, final thoughts about the implications of negative routines, maybe, and the implications versus the implications of a positive daily routine. How important this is. Maybe you guys can shine some light on this and kind of round this program out, maybe. You can also share some more if you have any other cool habits or routines that you do that you forgot. You got to get out to it.
I just want to clear something up. I wasn't saying Abe was boring or anything like that. It sounded kind of weird. He just has a really tranquil voice, and quite the opposite. I'm always intrigued when he speaks. So I just thought I'd point that out so it didn't come across wrong.
Oh, no, I didn't take it like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Same from you, Andrew and Sinister. Some good guys, and that's why I like this channel. There's always interesting people, and you guys, everybody knows a lot about, different things. And then they pass that knowledge along, which is what knowledge is for, sharing. But if you guys are like talking about routines that help people just in general and in life, I picked up this habit when I was like a teenager. I used to do it in a notebook. I used to write down my day. And if something bothered me, I'd write it down. And then I'd kind of try to figure out why it bothered me. If somebody said something to me, why did their words affect me? And it helped me, I think, grow as a person. And just made me, more able to deal with the things. Because you're always going to meet bad people. You're always going to have bad days. It's just how you deal with those people and how you deal with those events that kind of separate you, I guess, from other people. Now I do it on my phone. There's an ink pad app that you could do that. It's something that I do. That's part of my routine. Every day, at the end of the day, I'll write what happened and something bothered. Kind of like a journal, I guess.
Hey guys, you know what I do every day? What I'm gonna do right now is go to bed. Good night. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Great stuff. God bless. Stay strong. And waving a hand at you, my friend.
Thanks for the insights, Abe. Appreciate that, man. If you have any other thoughts on some stuff that works for you, by all means, you can share. You haven't been here. You missed some. We could always use a little bit of insight. We had a bit of just a little bit of a tangent today, and it was, like I say, not bad. It was just a bit of a tangent, and turns out, I guess it was probably a good thing that we went on a tangent. So helped a sister in arms here. Yeah. So where was I going with this? I don't know. But yeah. Any last thoughts about habits and routines? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I happen to use an app called Loop Habit Tracker, something like this. It's kind of like the don't break the chain thing. You list the habits that you want, and they don't recommend more than 3 habits at a time. And you just list the things that you want to turn into a habit. And it just tracks them, and you just basically check off every time you did it, and it'll kind of like do a statistic of like how many you did, how many days in a row you were able to do. You dropped the ball, you know. So if you guys have any techniques that you use to remind yourself, whatever that might help, maybe we could, you know, that real quick.
I don't know if it was just me or anyone else, but it was breaking up pretty decent there in some spots there, Drew. But habits, good habits. Some of your bad habits that you do, like I mentioned earlier, I took cigarettes and turned it into a good habit, more healthier and helping other people type thing. So some of your habits, check out what you have as a bad habit, maybe, and maybe you can actually turn it into a good one. It might have a positive side to it, just not a negative as well. Some habits are like that. They have both positive and negative.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That whole part about, you know, learning from a mistake that you've made, maybe you've smoked in the past, and now you recognize the dangers of it. So not only will you improve yourself, you can pass that information on to other people. Like the whole vaping, I think the whole vaping thing is pretty good because it helps, you know, people, one, stop wasting their money because it's cheaper than cigarettes in the long run. Two, you know, so many people get lung cancer in the world. So it can kind of, you know, I don't, you know, I don't want to get into if vaping is completely safe. I think it is. But yeah, so that's 100% true. You know, you can turn a negative into a positive, not just for yourself, but for other people.
Hello guys, this is Sexy Nerd, and I'm transmitting from Mexico City, Mexico, 34 years old. I'm not doing anything, I just watched the Pittsburgh Penguins from the NHL play. They won, they're on the finals. So right now I come here to chat, so I want to say hi from Mexico City. Back to you guys.
Hey there, man, what's up? Nice to meet you. Are you a gaming nerd by any chance, or are you just like a other kind of nerd?
Well, I could tell you something. I'm 2 types of nerd. I love technology as well as to know many things like knowledge and stuff like that. The only thing that I am not nerding is gaming. Really, I like it, but I am not good at it. Back to you, sir.
And Andrew, after you close out the show, hit me up about that one ordeal there that you jotted down on the financial thing, and I'll talk to you a little more and everything in a solo about it.
Well, Mr. Nerdy, you're in the right place because, people here love technology. We're always talking about computers and phones and, all kinds of things. And then we're always talking about anything, history, politics, religion. So, yeah, I think you found the right place, man. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir. I have been here for not too much. I mean, like a month or even more than a month, because I know Cody, I know Serenity, and I know other guys that I don't remember the names. Sorry if I didn't say your name, guys. But I know some persons are here, and this is a cool group. Thank you. Back to you, sir.
Now, as well there, Sexy Nerd, you got any good positive habits? We're closing out a program tonight and all those good habit, bad habits and good habit type things, but we are at the end of the show, but would like if you got any input on good habits.
Well, as far as I can tell you, one of my good habits that I have is to wake up early to go to my French courses because I want to be a teacher, a French teacher, as well as an English one. So I'm attending to those two courses. I know that I know English, but still have to get the certificate to be a teacher, as well as in French. That would be one of my good habits. Another good habit that I have is that I always stand up when there is a woman on the bus, no matter the nationality, the social background or anything. I said, okay, do you want the seat? Also, if I know that there is a disabled person on the street, I try to cross him or her to the other side. What else I can tell you like a good habit. A good habit that I have is like always I wait for every single people to be served on the table in order to eat. I always say thank you, God bless you, and things like that. Those are my good things. And a bad thing that I always had, like a bad habit that I am trying to omit, it will be to talk too much. That's a bad habit. Another bad habit that I have is that I always that most of the times I want to have the reason of everything. I'm always want to be right and unique, but I'm working on it. And most important, it's that when I'm talking, I am not like 100% sure what I'm saying sometimes, and I do not give or provide some accurate information. But right now, I am working on it, and those can be the strongest positives and negatives. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sexy Nerd, for sharing, man. I appreciate that. You just jumped right into that like a natural. Took some notes too. I actually have almost a page and a half of notes today. Woohoo! Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a general final thought here, and I'm gonna invite you guys all to take a few deep breaths, kind of round this one out, And what we're gonna do, if you'll join me on this, is think of your worst habit. We all have one. Some of you would be afraid to admit it, and I get that. That's all good. But think of your worst habit. Now think about the thing that triggers you to do that. The emotion, the feeling, whatever it is that triggers you to do that habit. Think of that trigger. And then think about the feeling that you get when you've fulfilled that. You did that. Whatever bad habit that was, whatever you did. Think of the feeling that it gives you. And now think about something you could do, and I think we all know what we could do, but we don't necessarily think about it this way. But think of something that you could do instead of the bad habit with that same cue, that same thing that triggers you to do it. Same trigger. You would have otherwise done the bad habit, but what can you put in its place that's healthier for you, right? But it's also going to give you the same feeling, okay? For me, that replacement is going to be probably exercise, or maybe scheduling an event and meeting with like some people that have like-minded, like interests, you know what I mean? Like a club of some sort. It might be different for you, but just switch it up with the thing that you think would still give you that same feeling, but it's healthier for you. If you have to, I would totally suggest writing it down. So at least you know next time you feel that way and you go to do that thing, you're going to do something different. And if you need to consult, do the habit chain thing, again, it's on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Our Healing Choices. You can go there. Try to remember to post it again there, but I think it should be as a file. You know, bug me for the don't break the chain thing. But anyway, hopefully you guys had a chance to think of something that you could replace it with. If not, you know, send me a call or something, and I'll try to help you out if I have time. At least I have a flag in the ground, you know, and hopefully I can help you out, help you find something. But yeah, if you guys still have something else that you'd like to share, by all means share, but kind of have to round this out. It's been almost 3 hours. Just want to say thank you all for being here, for making the choice to be here, even if it was that you just were listening in or whatever and didn't get a chance to actually mic up or weren't ready to mic up. That's okay. Like someday you will be, potentially. You want to share. You want to share. You're awesome. We all have it. It's just we haven't let it out, some of us. That's all. I still got plenty to give. So, and I know you all do too. So anyway, thanks again, you guys. Hope you join us next week. Again, if you haven't, add me as a contact. If you haven't, I send out a call alert each week about an hour before the program, within the hour, to let you know that the program's happening and that what the topic is going to be. Yeah, Ring of Cheryl's group, Ring of Fire. It's facebook.com/Ring of Fire chat. If you want to hit her up, the channel you're on, throw some love that